Peter Springsteel, an architect in Mystic, Connecticut.
Okay.
He lost half his life savings.
Okay.
Dr. Alfred Vitt, a retired dentist who lost $250,000.
Okay.
One victim called Bob Sheerin reportedly lost $130,000. He told the Telegraph newspaper this: his depiction of the movie is annoying and disturbing because it makes him into a more mythical figure and skips the reality of what he was about. And what he was about was harming people financially.
I think the movie clearly paints that picture that
But that's accurate, isn't it?
What?
That you were deliberately...
I'm the first person to admit that I said that.
Right.
You asked me in
But how do you feel...
You said 1993. What did I say? I said, yeah,
I agree.
That year was the worst. You picked probably the highlight of what I consider myself to be the most depraved year of my life.
But that's why I'm surprised that you would then say you don't think thousands of people lost their money or...
You said life savings.
Well, some of them did, right?
I don't know anyone who lost their life savings. No, the one that you... Again, I'm not saying that makes it right, but let's just be accurate.
But how do you feel about these people...
I think it's awful.
Losing a lot of money, in some cases having their lives completely turned upside down?
I think it's terrible.
On a human level, have you ever met any of them? You ever met one of your victims?
I have not.
Why not?
No one has sought me out.
Why haven't you sought them out?
You know, I don't want to intrude anybody's life, and you know.
Come on, Jordan, that's a cop-out.
No, it's not. I don't think it's appropriate to seek my
victims
victims out.
Would it not be part of your self-redemption to actually track some of these people down? We know some of their names. We know what they're saying about you. If you actually called them up and just said, I actually would like to talk to you. I would like to apologize personally to what happened.
You know, I never really considered it before, but I think a better way for me is over the next 15 years as I go around the world and continue to speak and do my stuff, all the money that flows in, I think action speaks louder than words. And I think by doing what I'm doing here, by turning over 100% of the profits, is probably the most genuine thing I could do. And
see, in a way, what you're doing now, and I don't mean this to be too cynical, actually, because I think what you're doing the right thing as best you probably can. What I would say to you, if I was being critical, is you're kind of talking about it still as a financial thing to be resolved financially, that you can deal with this with money in the same way that at the time you could make money out of these people. It was all money. It wasn't really about human beings. I suppose my question to you would be that, you know, when I read out these names, these are real people,
right,
really, who have suffered personally badly. But have you ever seen them as human beings? Or is part of the issue with the kind of culture that we see in the movie that actually, in the end, you become slightly dehumanized?
Oh, I think that's a very good point you're bringing up. And I think that one of the ways I allowed myself to do that was to sort of take a step back, and they become account numbers and names versus people. And yeah, I think that's a problem with, again, what happens on Wall Street sometimes. Not with everybody, but it's a possibility. But if you think that's how I feel now, then you're completely don't know what is in my heart, because honestly, I feel terrible about what happened. You asked if I had shame back then. Yes. Now, no. I'm not going to live my life in shame. I think it's a toxic emotion. I live with remorse, and that means I go out and do things actively to make up for the wrongs that I committed in the past. And I think that is, for me, and I think for most people who've made mistakes, and we've all made mistakes. Obviously, I've made some really big ones, and I've done some really great things as well. So I try daily to right the wrongs I committed. That's the best I can do.
If I found a few of your victims, would you come and see them?
If you found them? Oh, yeah, sure I would.